technical difficulties, but we back up and running. Go ahead with that precept.
James chapter 1 verse 12. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life.
Hey, and that's what we was going into, Revelation 3 and 10, about how the hour of temptation is coming to try all them that dwell upon the world. That was the last scripture we had brought out, in the last video before it ended. And the brother had the precept going with it, talking about the temptations, and blessed are they that endure it, because if we endure and get through and endure to the end, all right, the Lord said, what? He gonna give us a crown of life. Or he gonna give us the kingdom of heaven, immortal life at that. Something we never actually got to witness, how real water tastes, how real food tastes, how to actually, get a breath of fresh air, so to speak,
Living a full day.
Living a full day. No one has ever did it. So, except for Yahweh Shah. So, hey, man, that's what we striving, to obtain, which is the kingdom, man. Wherein dwelleth righteousness. All right? The law. All right? You got it?
He shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him.
Right. So, hey, and love is an action. It's an action verb, man. All right? The Lord said he's going to receive the crown of life to them that love him. He said, if you love me, keep my commandments. So, to the best of our ability, we got to strive to keep the commandments of Yahweh Shah to show that we love him and endure it to the end, the trials and tribulation. Get that Acts 14 and 22, Bible Shah. To endure that, until the end, man, in order to obtain the kingdom. And that's ultimately what we want anyway. Get that Hebrews, what is it, 13:10, I believe. Talking about the, here we had no continuing city.
13 and 14.
Is it 13, 14? The what?
Acts chapter 14, verse 22, confirming the souls of the disciples, right, and exhorting them to continue in the faith.
And that's what the Lord is doing right now. What's that word he used? He said exhorting?
Exhorting.
Yeah, he said he exhorting. Bring it back. Just bring it back one more time.
Acts chapter 14, verse 22, confirming the souls of the disciples.
13, 14. And he said confirming the souls of the disciples. And how is he doing so? By trying us, man. And once you pass the trial or tribulation, if you will, you've been pretty much approved or confirmed, so to speak. Go ahead, Doc.
And that we, or Salakia, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith.
Right, because the Lord don't want us to fall away. As again, it's mentioned in the scriptures that he won't tempt you above that you are able, But nevertheless, he said, bring that back. Bring that back. Yeah, he exhorting us, the water. He exhorting us to continue in the faith, man. Which is like the brother was saying, lifting us up, pretty much pushing us to keep striving for the victory. Like the scriptures say, I press towards, I believe that's Philippians, Is it? Yeah. Grab that Bible shot too, like just on deck, But he said, I press towards the mark, man. Which that mark is the end goal, the kingdom, man. And that's what we're striving for. You can finish that and then grab that Philippians, the water.
It says, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of Yahweh.
Right, so through much tribulation. And like we just mentioned, the time of Jacob's trouble, there's going to be great tribulation. You might have to fast. You might go without. You might see your loved ones killed, Hell, you going to go through shit yourself, man. This is the time that we're approaching. And people out here ain't telling you. These other Israelite camps, some of them not telling you. They telling you they trying to have the kingdom of heaven on earth. They trying to have colleges and marriages and parties and VMA awards and all that shit on earth, man. They ain't trying to, they ain't telling you about the evil, the ugly of the scriptures, the nastiness of the scriptures, the fact that Jacob gonna go through some things, man. All right, the scriptures talk about how Esau gonna be like a madman, sparing none, but still robbing and spoiling those that fear the Lord, man. You see, and this is the time that he come. He gonna come in like Revelation 12 and 12 say. All right. How it go? Revelation 12 and 12.
Great wrath?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. He gonna come down with great wrath, man. You okay? This is the time that's coming. All right, this is the time that's coming. Go ahead with that.
Philippians chapter 3, verse 14.
Okay.
I press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling of Yahweh in Hamashiach Yahweh Shai.
Exactly. So that's what it is, man. He exhorting us to continue in the faith. That's one example. All right, by telling us to continue to press towards the mark. Brothers, to continue to strive for the truth unto death so the Lord can fight for us, man. All right?
Continue.
Is there more?
Well, yeah. Verse 15.
Speak on it.
Let us therefore as many as be perfect be thus minded. And if anything ye be otherwise minded, Yahweh shall reveal even this unto you.
Hey, he said be perfect, you know. The scriptures talk about be perfect even as your Father in heaven is perfect. Perfect talking about being complete, sound, or whole. And then what makes us whole is, again, consuming this whole road, you know, and applying it to your everyday lifestyle, man, in order to be made perfected, so to speak. In Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, because he's going to give us the glorious body, too, to go along with it. And we're going to know all things. Bring that back here.
Philippians chapter 3, verse 15. Let us therefore, as many as be perfect, be thus minded. And if any...
He said be thus minded, meaning to have that same mind to press toward the mark. Meaning that should be your focus, man. Meaning outside of camp, what you're doing throughout your everyday life, all right? Throughout the week when you're not at work or at school, but how you carry yourself as an Israelite, all right? To the best of your ability, keeping the laws, statutes, commandments, and also mainly being a watchman, because that's what the scriptures talk about, all right? In Ezekiel 3:17, being a watchman unto the nation of Israel, meaning you got to, hey, Habakkuk the second chapter say, I stand upon my watch, man, and we'll watch and see what they say when I am reproved, man, all right? You got to be upon your watch, man, meaning you got a job, man, and it shouldn't be caught up with, you know, the cares and affairs too much of this world. There's a balance, but you know what I'm saying, man. The righteousness outweighs the wicked, you know, or the folly, so to speak, man.
Hey, the scriptures say, strive unto the truth unto death.
You're right, I quoted it, yep. He strive for the truth unto death. Go ahead, bring it up. Well,
all right, this Sirach 4:28. Strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee.
Right, he said, strive for the truth unto death, and Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua shall fight for thee, man. Strive unto death, press towards the mark. All right, that mark being the end goal again, man, which is the kingdom, and put off all the other bullshit, you know. And that's to me, to brothers in the fold, you know, to y'all at home who watching the videos, man. Like really, the scriptures say, examine yourself, whether you be in the faith, man. You know, like where's your focus? Get 2 Peter 3:12. You know, start at 9, actually.
So
got a question, my man?
Can he bring this precept out real quick?
Get that 2 Peter thought about the show.
Are you familiar with the Holy Bible?
Go ahead with your precept, right?
This is Matthew chapter 6, verse 22. The light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light.
Right. You know, so if your eye be focused, you know, single, meaning you ain't too caught up with the other shit, because you tunnel vision, so to speak, man. That's like a best way I could give it as an analogy. You know, like you focus, so to speak. But if your eye will be full of light, which is the word, all right, your whole body gonna be full of light.
So what verse? What chapter?
2 Peter 3. Start at 9.
2 Peter chapter 3, verse 9. The Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness.
That's right.
But is long suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance.
That's right, man. So the Lord is long suffering, which is why we still in this lower state right now. But he said, not willing that any should perish, because he don't want none of his people to perish. The Lord said he don't take no pleasure in the destruction, man. All right, of our people, man. But nevertheless, he said, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance. But if you don't come to repentance before Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, you surely will perish, man. All right, you're going to get put to death. The Lord said he searching Jerusalem with candles, with his word, this light, man. And he said he going to punish the men that settle on the leaves. So if you settle, you complacent, you caught up with everything outside the truth and not this word. You're not reading, you're not studying, you're not giving your time to this truth. You're not, you know, inquiring, getting up with the brothers, man. The Lord is going to punish your ass, man. And that's just what it is. You know, whether you like it or not. Okay?
Verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise.
Right.
And
the thief moves, you know, low key, so to speak. Swiftly. And the Lord gonna come swiftly when you least expect it. unexpectedly, the scriptures talk about in the book of Isaiah, the 47th chapter, man. I believe like right around the 11th and 12th verse, man. The Lord gonna come suddenly, which is unexpected, you know, while everyone else is marrying and giving into marriage. All right, that's when Yahweh Shemiah Shah gonna return, and everybody else gonna be caught unawares. That's why the scriptures say we are not them that sleep in the night and be drunken in the night.
Not in
man.
darkness, my brother.
Exactly, we're the children of the light, man.
It says, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
Right, I was speaking about this in a video. You know, you got 3 layers of heaven. You got the earth crust to outer space. You got the beyond that, to the atmosphere. You got beyond the atmosphere, which is outer space, where the stars and whatnot is. You got the 4th dimension where the Heavenly Father dwells, man. But the scriptures say the heavens that's gonna be on fire is this one here, where the missiles, those intercontinental ballistic missiles, those ICBMs, gonna exit the atmosphere and re-enter the atmosphere, and they're gonna hit ground zero and detonate this place. This heavens is gonna be on fire, man. From different countries, different continents, man. America, all right, being the main one, but other countries as well. Israel, all right, different other land masses, all right, gonna also be nuked, man. The scriptures say the earth in Malachi 4:1. All right, and then the book of Isaiah tells you that the earth gonna reel to and fro like a drunkard, man. So you got destruction coming. Yahweh Shemiah Shah about to send destruction upon this place, and a lot of people is oblivious to the signs that's blatant in front of them, man, or that they don't want to accept it as the truth. Keep going on that Bible, Michelle.
It says, the earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up.
Exactly. All the works that's in this earth that you people laboring and toiling for, that you people want to achieve, whether it be some achievement, some goal, some prize, some award. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to get a fucking degree. You know, your focus is in trying to achieve something, anything not pertaining to this truth, man, which is ultimately the salvation, man. You know, you wasting your fucking time, you know, trying to go to college, trying to do it big, so to speak, in here in Babylon, trying to drive the nicest car, or play sports, you know, and achieve the best, you know what I'm saying, the best position, the MVP and all that shit, man. You're wasting your fucking time, because your focus should be here. Scriptures talk about where your heart is, there will your treasure be also. You know? And if it's not in seeking his word, like it tells you in Revelation 1 and 3, blessed is he that readeth, you know, you ain't gonna be blessed, man. You know? You gotta focus, man. Keep going on that Bible, Michelle.
Verse 11, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons are ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?
That's right, man. He said, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness, man. You know, how should you be carrying yourself in this time that we see the wildfires, that we see the protests, that we see the earthquakes, that you see the uproars of the people, the hearing of wars and rumors of wars? How should you be carrying yourself right now here in 2019, October 27? You know, should your focus be into, you know, women? Should your focus be into video games? Should your focus be into this or that? Or being a watchman? The scriptures tell you in Sirach 39:1 that he that giveth his mind to the law, all right, is occupied in the meditation thereof and the prophecies, man. You know, that's where your main that's where your main focus should be, in the prophecies, man. And right now, the prophecies are speaking. The scriptures say in the book of Habakkuk, you can grab it if you want. The 2nd chapter, that behold, it shall speak, it will not tarry, man. All right, it will surely come, it will not tarry. Right now, these prophecies are not tarrying, man. All right, y'all see these protests? They talking about in Iraq, that's over 100 killed. They talking about kill them by any measure, by pretty much any means necessary. They saying kill them, man. All right, this is showing you the time that we living in, man. And again, it's going to hit the soils of America. All right, it says here, Iraq deploys elite counter-terrorism unit to protect state buildings as chaotic protests rock Baghdad. It says 2 sources who spoke to Reuters said the elite troops had been instructed to use all necessary measures to end ongoing protests, Prime Minister Adel Abdul Mahdi's government. As many as 67 Iraqis have been killed in 2 days of protests. That's about, 34 people a day roughly. You know what I'm saying? 33, 34 people a day, man. In 2 days.
Probably more than that.
Right. But no, you're right. It goes on to say this. The anti-government demonstrations, which began in early October, this month that we live in, all right, it says, are believed to have already killed more than 100 people, man. All right. So you see again that this is taking place as we speak. Keep that on deck. Get Matthew 24:6, Bible Kashaf. Because again, this is what you see taking place. And what the Lord said, 2nd Esdras, the 9th chapter, that these are the signs that you're going to see before he visits this world, which he made, man.
Right, and it say measure the time diligently.
Right, meaning you're supposed to be watching. Meaning that's supposed to be your focus. Meaning you're supposed to give your mind to prophecies. Because we're prophets. Go ahead with that.
This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
Right. So he said we're going to hear of wars and rumors of wars. All right? See that ye be not troubled. All these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Right now, the end is not here yet. But we in the bitter end of the last days. And these are the signs. The wars. The 40 wars roughly that's going on that's right now as we speak. The mass protests, man. Hearing of wars, them testing off missiles. North Korea test off missiles, Iran, the US, Russia, okay? All these different countries that's testing off nuclear missiles, man. Showing you what time we're in. That's going into Joel, the 3rd chapter, the 9th verse. Talk about proclaim me this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, okay? Let them come up, all right? Let the weak side of strong, roughly paraphrasing. That's the time we in right now, the time of Armageddon, man, that's approaching, man, World War III. The scriptures say in Revelation, what is it, 11 and 14, that behold, 2 woes are past and the 3rd woe coming quickly, man. And that's what we see right now, man. All right, the 3rd woe is coming quickly, man. All right, you got that. Keep going at Matthew,
Verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places.
Exactly. So he said there's gonna be hey man, famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places, man. And this is all taking place. You got flesh-eating diseases, okay? You got hey man, it's all kind of rampant STDs. This place is defiled, man. This place is just fucked up, man. You know, and it needs to be cleansed, man. It needs to be purged, man. Babylon is fucking defiled. They set it up to be this golden city where the streets are paved with gold, and they lied to you nations, man. You know? And y'all got in bed with America, and that's why y'all gonna be destroyed too. Hey, keep on deck Revelation 11 and 18 also. But you can keep going and finish up that Matthew real quick.
Verse 8. And all these are the beginning of sorrow.
Which is right now why you see the protests going on. You got people in mass screaming, looting, okay? You go, hey man, all this the beginning of sorrows. People losing their houses, losing their jobs, okay? They put all their trust in America, thinking they're gonna get a 401k pension, and so on and so forth, man. And it's all gonna come to naught, man. The Lord is coming to disannul that covenant that your people made with death, as it tells you in Isaiah the 28th chapter, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is coming to disannul all of that, man. Go ahead with that. Well, I think that was it. You just still in Matthew? Yeah. That's all I wanted on that. But you can keep that chapter open. Go with what you got.
This is Revelations chapter 11. You said
18.
18. The nations were angry, and thy wrath is come. In the time of the dead, that they should be judged.
Right, and the Lord said he said the nations are angry. They are angry. They're angry at America. They pissed off, man. They don't want to do deals with America. They dropping a dollar bill, talking about Iran, Venezuela, Russia, Turkey. They don't ally Turkey, okay? They don't want to do deals with you, man. You see? This is the time we're living in right now, man. Hey, Obadiah 1 and 2 tell you that thou art greatly despised, man. You know, these nations are angry. They're also angry because they gonna get judged because you allowed them to, you know, do things that's against the scriptures, such as legalizing LGBTQ. I made the statement about 2015. You had Barack Obama. He legalized it here in America nationwide, and in 2017. You had Australia, which is a pact of, or a confederate, a league of nations with America. They're confederate together. All right, they also did the same thing, man, in their country, man. So you got these nations who are also going to get judged the same way as America by getting bombed by nuclear missiles, man. All right, because best believe they do use Australia to an advantage because of its location. All right, but nevertheless, these nations they gonna get the same judgment, man. He said, "Because thy wrath is come, the time of the dead, that they should be judged. They spiritually dead because again, Esau put covering cast over them, man. He gave them different names and titles. Okay, he called them Australians and called them this and called them that. Whereas that's not the biblical nationality, man. You know, so they spiritually dead. They don't know who they are, but they gonna be judged though. You got it."
It says, "And that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and to them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth."
The Lord is coming to destroy them, which destroy the earth, and that's the point that I wanted. You know, the Lord is coming to. He said he gonna pretty much in so many words take care of his saints, but he coming to destroy them, which destroy the earth. The Lord is coming to redeem us, though, and that's what we patiently waiting for, man. To be redeemed, all right, to be delivered, man, to be saved, man, because we actually need salvation, whereas these other nations they don't need salvation. They flowing in wealth. The scriptures tell you that in 2nd Ezra, the 3rd chapter, the 30th verse, man, on down. That these other nations they flow in wealth, but they think not upon the commandments of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. You know, but here it is. We thinking about the commandments of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. You know, and the Lord is coming to set us up soon. What you got? What you got?
Matthew 24 chapters.
Y'all can pick up on it 21.
This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 1. For then shall be great. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be.
And that's what's going on. Going back to that Jeremiah 30 and 7 about Jacob's trouble, a time of great tribulation, such as never shall have been before, man. You know, and you can think back upon different atrocious times that took place in history, whether it be bridges collapsing with families on them, or whether it be 9/11. Whether you're thinking about that situation where the volcano erupted, I forgot where that's at. I forgot where it's at. It's on the tip of my tongue, but it's escaped me. No, it was a volcano. I don't think so. The volcano erupted and it killed the whole family, man. All right. So y'all got some smartphones, you know. Hey, and killed the whole family. But he said it's gonna be greater tribulations than all these, man. Or thinking even in the scriptures, where you had one angel that killed about 185,000, man. All right, it's gonna be a time greater than that. This is what we prophesying of, man. This is the second death that the scriptures refer to it as, Armageddon. You know, there should be some more on that.
Verse 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened.
And that's what's going on right now, whereas the Lord is shortening the days for the elect's sake. All right, it's hey, man. It seemed like shit. You know what I'm saying? The time I've been in this thing, a couple of years, went by quick, man. You know, and how often we come out to keep prophesying week in and week out, you getting through the week be pretty quick, you know. The Lord be shortening the days for the elect's sake. You know how quick 2019 went? It's the end. It's already about to be November, you know. Hey, and it's about to be 2020. They about to roll out this ID, this RFID chip, this ID 2020, man. All right, this is again the time that we're approaching, man. All right, and hey, you've been warned, you know. So that's pretty much all I got. Y'all got any closing precepts y'all want to grab? You know, hey, so through the Spirit, we hope this lesson has been edifying. That pretty much concludes this camp. But with that, we let us give our praises, honor, and glory
To Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
All right, double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone who well, much love, salutations to the Akim scattered across the four corners of the earth, pushing his word and sincerity and in truth, risking their lives freely to do so. All right, to you, we say shalom and the Bible.
Abad Gabor!